Right, today I'm up in the Allegheny National Forest at Willow Bay Campground. So tomorrow, this is Friday night, and tomorrow we are going to be starting a section of the Finger Lakes Trail up in New York, part of the NCT. Since we're meeting at 9 a.m. and I'll discuss more of the details about that tomorrow, but yeah, rather than have this 3.5 hour drive up here tomorrow morning, myself and David came up here to Willow Bay, and we are camping up here for tonight. Now, we got the last available campsite up here. I was hoping to have somewhere where I could just sleep in the car tonight rather than set up this tent, because it's supposed to be raining by the time we're packing up in the morning. But we're just too far from the car down here. But this is a walk-in site. Our campsite is right here on the Allegheny Reservoir. We have this little beachfront property being shared with these people next door here. I'll get this fire going in a few minutes. But yeah, I got my tent set up over here. And David's setting up over there. And we got about an hour of daylight left, or at least until sunset. We are up here at the Schoolhouse Hollow trailhead on the NCT, still in Pennsylvania right now. We went up and we met up with Tara up at the Salamanca, New York at the casino, and her car's up there. So we're gonna hike up to her car over the next 3 days, 2 nights. Short distance days. I think 7 miles a day, then 12, then 8. But yeah, weather today is not gonna be that great. It's a chance of isolated storms. Hopefully we avoid that. But we're about ready to get on trail, and we got about a half a mile till we get to the New York border, heading up right behind me here. Okay, that was a little bit over a mile to the border, but crossing into New York, this is where I turned around last time I was up here. So everything from here to Salamanca will be new for me. And this is officially the beginning of the Finger Lakes Trail, which is the White Blazes, but it's shared with the NCT. We got mail.
Trail magic?
No trail magic. We are at our break spot at Wolf Run, and not the biggest creek in the world, but at least it's got some water in it. And we're exactly 4 miles into the day, and we only have 3 more miles to go. It's already noon right now. I haven't been filming much. There hasn't been much to see. Ever since we got to the New York line, it's been relatively pretty flat, and no vistas or anything. So we'll see about that. I don't think there's much to see on this trail, to be honest. Actually, you know what? I bet you this is Wolf Run. Now, this would have been a better break spot. This big one here, this is Wolf Run. Okay, this may be one of the earliest times I've ever been to camp, but it's 1:30 and we're already at camp. This is Willis Creek Lean-To. Pretty decked out with stuff you might need. We got a fire pit, we got a picnic table, got a tarp up there, saw, and a login register. There's a creek right down there. I guess that would be Willis Run. It's not looking that great for trees for hammocks. Let's see what I can find, because me and Tara both have hammocks. We may have got here just in time, as early as we did get here, because it's starting to hear some rumbling thunder, which was in the forecast. So I don't know what I did wrong here. Something doesn't look right. I got porch mode with doors closed, so you see the new hammock in there, kind of. Tara set up down over that way. Over here in the shelter, David's just set up his freestanding tent inside the shelter. So as soon as the storm hits, I think we're just hanging out in the shelter. And you can hear it rumbling. In relation to the shelter, there's these orange ties on the tree. Tara said she found the outhouse that's over here. You just follow these orange ties. She said there's no door on this. I guess it's better than digging a cat hole. I was out collecting firewood and I noticed these blue blazes Come over here. There's a spring. I almost killed myself getting down to that water to get drinking water. So good to know this is over here, but I did notice something really odd back here. I'll show you in a second. So on the trail, on this Blue Blaze trail over to the water pipe, there is a bag of supplies hanging up here in this tree, tied off over here to this tree. And I can make out there's a cook pot. There's a ton of stuff in there. I mean, that's huge. Like, looks like there could be like a sleeping bag in there. I don't know. That is very strange. Back at the shelter, decided to check out the what's in the mailbox. We got cans of food. We got tuna creations. Here's the logbook. Here's the logbook, first aid kit, playing cards, binoculars. There's fishing lures. There's a water bottle. Good piece of advice to know here. I got this. What is it? Light load towel. I'm gonna open this up and see what this is all about. Comes out of the package looking like a big hunk of charcoal. Supposed to add water to it. Let's see what happens. It's about, what is it, 12 by 20, I think is what it said. And it's reusable. Good to know. Now it's nice and sunny again. We just got a few very short bit of sprinkle. So hopefully that'll be the last of the rain. But, the forecast had quite a bit more in the forecast for as far as thunderstorms. I just started making dinner and now the thunder and the dark clouds are coming back. It's at like 5:30 and this is, I think, it's like 69 degrees, and what is this, like the third round of thunderstorms that came through since we've been here? So just kind of chilling inside the shelter right now. I have a feeling it's going to keep this up for the rest of the night. But at least I do have a 4 Loco. We did manage to collect firewood over here before the rain came, the first batch of rain came, but yeah, I don't see a fire happening this evening, even though we kept it dry. 8 o'clock in the morning, I've been up for about a half an hour. Rain has stopped. There was a few drops a few minutes ago, but hopefully it's going to clear up for the hiking today. David is up, and Tara, I haven't seen her yet, but she's obviously up because her food bag is not in the tree anymore. Her food bag was right next to me, so I never heard her come and get it. Kind of a peaceful night. There were, in the middle of the night, there were gunshots. I don't know, couldn't tell how far away they were, but other than that, and having to yell at a rabbit or something that was under my tarp, a pretty good sleep first night in the hammock. I gotta do something with the pack hooks though. I had to reach out twice to pull my underquote up under my shoulder. So I gotta figure out what's going on with that. All right, 9:15, 66 degrees, and we're heading out of camp. 30 seconds out of camp, we crossed Willis Creek, and there's a really nice little campsite down here. Would have known about that. I think I might have hung my hammock over there. My heart's beating a little bit right now. It just scared out of maybe a juvenile bear. It was right here by this blowdown root ball. It just took off over there. I was, what am I, about 40 feet away? Oh wow. Hopefully that wasn't a cub. It was smaller. I think it was a juvenile. I think this is Coon Run. Nice little search in the woods here. I'm assuming there's probably some campsites over on the other side. Looks like a good possibility. Yeah, this is Coon Run. Might as well get the song of the day out of the way. I'm gonna go with Judas Priest, Breaking the Law. It's 6.5 miles in on the day. And this is our lunch spot. I think this is the Stony Brook shelter, something like that. ASP Allegheny State Park. We just made it to home for the evening. Beck Hollow shelter. Definitely have some trees to work with around here for the hammocks. Okay, I'm just kind of scouting around right now. I found the outhouse. This one has a door on it. Pretty similar to the other shelters, outhouses. Now, the note said that there was blue blazes to the north of the shelter that lead to a spring. And I can't find blue blazes anywhere. I went to the north of the shelter. I don't know. Morning of day 3 and 10 after 8. We are leaving camp, 61 degrees. Looks like a beautiful hike out. Should be about 8 miles today. Time for the song of the day, day 3. So this one, Tara had asked me what the date was for today. And it's August 14th. So of course that got the song stuck in my head. Going very old school on this one. This is from like 1971, the second Funkadelic album. Song's called Friday Night, August the 14th. And that's the song of the day. Just came out into this field. First bit of sunlight early of the day. Just came out of the woods onto this road. I'm pretty sure this is called Bay State Road, and I think we have to make a right. Finally getting a little bit of a view instead of looking at just nothing but woods from inside the woods. I've never been on a trail that had so many different mushroom species than what we've seen in the last 2.5 days. We just hit the 6 mile mark and we missed a turn. This trail has been extremely well blazed, at least the part that's in the woods, but as soon as we got onto the road walking parts, there hasn't been a single blaze. Yeah, our turn's right down here on the bend that we missed. Hopefully, I didn't see a trail or anything. Here's our trail right here at the power lines. Unfortunately, we have a power line walk for a little bit, but be very shortly. We'll back at the car. It's mostly flat the whole way. Those guys up in that bucket got a pretty dangerous job messing around with that. That is a pretty hardcore machine there. Look at this thing. It's called a fat truck. Well, we just had to cut through the weeds to avoid this. This is the trail. We're getting off the power lines though. This section of the trail, even though we're back in the woods, has been pretty terrible. Trying to get around all these mud puddles. Just got out of that muddy section of trail. Back onto the power lines, but it'll be a nice easy walk that way. We're headed this way. We're by the McDonald's sign, that's where the casino's at. Where the car's at. Here's my thoughts on the trail. First 2 days, extremely easy. I rate the whole section of trail that we did on this trip is just easy. There was one logging road we climbed up today that was a bit of a climb, but the rest of the trail was very easy, I thought. And yesterday, the first 2 days, the trail was very well blazed. Today, like I said, with all this road walking and stuff, there was no blazes. There were no significant blowdowns that were problems getting across. We did manage to keep our feet dry, other than from the rain and everything. No fording creeks or anything like that. Nothing really to see on the trail. I mean, there's no vistas, no lakes, no caves, nothing like that. The only thing that was cool would have been if I could have got that bear on camera, but he wanted nothing to do with us. The shelters, all 3 shelters sites that we saw, 2 of them we stayed at, were pretty much the same thing. Nice shelters, outhouses at each one, and each one had a spring. If you could find the blazes to where the spring is at. If I was to do this in 2 days, 1 night, the Stony Brook shelter, the one that we did not stay at, is about the halfway point of this trip. Almost forgot. I'm going to put the stats from day 1 in here, and then day 2 stats, and day 3 stats, and I'll try to get a screenshot of the GPS route like normal here. I guess this town is called Salamanca. I don't know how you pronounce it. But yeah, this is part of the Seneca Indian Reservation. So I guess they own this casino, and we did stop in here when we first got here. I don't think they're gonna let. It's a little too fancy for hiker tracks like us to go in there right now. They might kick us out. In front of the casino, and Tara's car's over here at the far end. And yeah, that's a wrap for this one. Thanks for watching.